A metal like object down here. It's a handle. This is a trunk. It's loose. This one's loose. Today is a day that's going to mark one of the weirdest days of my life. I discovered a chest buried in my backyard. So by definition, I discovered a treasure chest. But not just buried, that in itself is weird and would probably be weird enough, but it was buried under a debris of rubble. Let me paint like a better picture of like how this unfolded. This house is 20 years old. In the 20 years that it existed, nobody's made any attempt to do any kind of landscaping in the backyard. So I put in the work to lay down a yard. I put down sod, and no sooner did I finish that than I was hit by thunderstorms followed by flash flooding. And to prevent this flood of water from literally washing away all the sod I just put down, I had to dig trenches around the yard so the water would be diverted. As I'm digging, I keep hitting something hard below the surface. And what I discover is a pile of debris. And amongst that debris, the first thing I find is a sewer lid, followed by huge slabs of concrete. And then below that seems to be paved over with asphalt. It gets weirder. It gets so much weirder. I'm hitting something even harder below the surface of the asphalt. Like it's a small opening, but you can see that it gets larger on the other side. And then there's this metal object underneath of it. Nuts. I have not seen anything like this before. Crystal, are you recording?
Yep.
So this is the sewer lid that I initially found when it was raining. And I'm just using it to hold the tarps down. Piece of concrete that was up there. Again, I moved it down here to stop all the mud from sliding. But yeah, there is like some kind of structure over there that's buried and covered. And at the heart of that is a metal like object down here, right? So I've been spending the better part of the last hour just like kind of like digging this around. So I don't know how far it goes down. It's super dense. I hit it repeatedly with this tamping bar and there's no scratches, no dents. So I go from sewer lid, concrete to asphalt, and now this, and all I can think about is what is the relationship between all these objects? This is absolutely insane. At first I was kind of like hoping could possibly be like an old bomb shelter or something, like maybe like this is the end of it or like a heating vent. Like I have no idea what it is. There's like no... Okay, that's interesting. So I just pulled away another piece of concrete here and I see that there's nothing on this side here. It's a handle. This is a trunk. It's like an old metal trunk. Now that I can get under it, I can get enough leverage to move it. It barely moved. Maybe it's just stuck, wedged in here yet. My imagination is racing. I have so many questions. What is in the chest? Who buried it there? How long it's been there? What's in the chest? Yeah, now I see that the hinge of it is right here. So I guess like once we get it out, we'll be able to open it. It's loose. Try and create like a lever to... There, it's moving a little bit. There, it's going. This one's loose. All right. Okay, it's still like kind of stuck. I don't think it's stuck. I think it's too heavy to lift out of there. I can't get that out of there tonight. It's way too heavy. So I'm gonna get some friends to help me get it sometime and just keep it covered until then. Nobody's gonna be able to move that. So I'm pretty sure it's safe right here. It's Milner at this point. He, whoever be worthy, can move the case of my backyard. That's what I'll call this video. The case of the mysterious case. Well, thanks to Google Earth, the mystery begins to thicken. The only thing that made sense to me is that potentially a road drove through here, which would explain the asphalt, the concrete, sidewalk, road, sewer. However, when I pull up Google Earth and go through a history of satellite photos of this area that date back to 1985, this land was all forest. So the first time that this land is developed is when they built this house. There's no indication that anything was ever built down there. So the course of action from here is to get that case out of the ground, drag it into the house, and then crack it open so I can start getting some answers. I can also kind of ease this curiosity because my mind is going a mile a minute about imagining what can possibly be in that case. I have a lot of theories right now. Most of them involve gold in some shape or form. Some of them involve more occult theories, and some are even a little bit dark. Maybe it's like somebody's, oh crap, I didn't even think about that. Maybe it's like evidence of a horrible crime that somebody was trying to bury, which actually kind of makes the most sense now that I think about it. But the only way I'm going to get the answers is if I get that trunk up here and open. And obviously, I'm going to make a video about that experience because it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, I feel like. So if you want to know what's in the case, like, subscribe, comment, interact with me, and I will see you in the next video.